Some machines are so massive they'd never fit on regular highway. So colossal it takes days just to assemble them. Once operational, the ground literally shakes beneath them. These giants don't appear in commercials, don't sit on dealership lots. They operate far from public eye, moving tons per minute, digging through mountains, powering entire industries with brute force. Ever wondered what largest machine on Earth looks like? What it was built to do? Today, the biggest industrial machines ever built by mankind. Number 1 will leave you speechless. Stick around. The final machine will redefine what you think big means. Terex Unit Rig MT 6300 AC. Deep in mining operations worldwide, Terex Unit Rig MT 6300 AC hauls impossible loads, specifications 47 feet long, 24 feet tall, 28 feet wide, empty weight 500,000 pounds, fully loaded 1.2 million pounds, payload capacity 400 tons. Single trip, powering this beast Cummins QSK60 diesel engine, 3,500 horsepower. But here's genius part, AC electric drive system. Diesel engine generates electricity. Electric motors drive wheels. Result, precise torque control, better fuel efficiency, reduced maintenance, 6-wheel configuration. Advanced suspension handles brutal terrain. Operator cab, climate controlled, ergonomic controls, panoramic visibility. Digital displays monitor every system. Tire pressure, engine temperature, load distribution. Operating costs, each tire costs $40,000, lasts 6-8 months in harsh conditions. Found in copper iron coal mines across Australia, Chile, North America. Single MT 6300 AC replaces fleet of smaller trucks, efficiency multiplied. Mining companies report 30% reduction in fuel costs per tonne moved. Liebherr T 282C. German engineering meets mining brutality. Liebherr T 282C held world's largest mining truck title for years. Dimensions: 48 feet long, 24.6 feet tall, 29.5 feet wide. Operating weight fully loaded 1.375 million pounds. That's 687 metric tons. Payload: 400 tons of material per load. Power source: Detroit diesel MTU 20-cylinder engine, 3,650 horsepower. Diesel electric transmission, same concept as MT 6300 AC but pushed further. 4 electric drive motors, 1 per rear wheel. Result: independent wheel control, better traction, precise maneuvering. The tires 13 feet tall, $42,000 each. 4 on rear axle, fuel capacity 1,200 gallons. Single tank, cab access 23-step ladder. Literally climbing into second-story building. Komatsu D575A3 SD Super Dozer, largest bulldozer ever built, period. Japanese engineering at its finest. Specifications: 38 feet long, 16 feet tall, 23-foot wide blade. Operating weight 336,000 pounds. 152 metric tons. Komatsu SA12E1731 engine, V12 configuration, 46-litre displacement, output 150 horsepower. Continuous power for hours. Blade capacity 90 cubic yards per pass. That's entire room of dirt moved instantly. Hydraulic system pressure 5,000 psi. Lifts blade carrying 69 cubic meters of material. Crawler tracks, each 8 feet wide. Distributes weight. Prevents sinking in soft ground. Ground pressure surprisingly low for size. Engineered balance. Applications: open pit mining, land reclamation, major earth-moving projects. Single D575A3 SD replaces 3 standard Dozers. Labour costs slashed. Fuel consumption 50 gallons per hour under full load. But efficiency measured differently, material moved per gallon beats smaller machines. Maintenance: modular design. Components swapped in field. Minimal downtime. Only 70 units produced worldwide. Rare sight even in mining industry. Caterpillar 797F. Caterpillar's answer to ultra-class mining. 797F. Icon of modern mining operations. Dimensions: 49 feet long, 23 feet tall, 33 feet wide with mirrors. Empty weight 575,000 pounds, fully loaded 1.5 million pounds, payload capacity 400 tons, standard for ultra-class. But Caterpillar went different route, mechanical drivetrain instead of electric. Cat C175-20 engine, V20 cylinder configuration, 106-litre displacement, power output 4,000 horsepower, largest engine Caterpillar ever built, 7-speed automatic transmission, planetary final drives. Why mechanical when competitors went electric? Simplicity, fewer electrical components, easier field repairs in remote locations. Trade-off, slightly less fuel efficient, but incredibly reliable. Tyres, Michelin 59 8 R63, nearly 13 feet tall, $42,000 each. Tyre life, 4,000 to 6,000 hours depending on conditions and operator skill. Braking system, oil-cooled disc brakes. Retarder system for descents. Stopping 1.5 million pounds safely requires engineering marvel. Operator training, 2 weeks minimum. Simulated time before actual operation. Canadian operators say, you don't drive 797F, you command it. BelAZ 75710. BelAZ built largest mining truck on planet. Guinness World Record holder. Highest capacity haul truck. Specifications shock, 67.5 feet long, 26.5 feet tall, 32 feet wide. Empty weight, 793,000 pounds. Loaded weight, over 1.7 million pounds. Payload capacity, 450 metric tons. 50 tons more than competitors. Power system, 2 M220-cylinder diesel engines. Combined output, 4,600 horsepower. But power doesn't go to wheels directly. Diesel-electric system. Engines generate electricity. 4 ACT traction motors drive wheels independently. 8x8 configuration. All 8 wheels powered. Superior traction. High-drop pneumatic suspension. Independent on each wheel. Result, surprisingly smooth ride despite carrying nearly 1,000 tons. Fuel capacity, 1,320 gallons. Approximately 5,000 litres. Operating range, 12 hours continuous operation between refueling. Access, 3-story staircase to reach cab. Inside cab looks like airplane cockpit. Digital displays everywhere. Automated systems monitor, load distribution, tyre pressure, engine performance, route optimization, primary operation, Kazakhstan mines, Russian coal operations. Cost, approximately $6 million per unit, but replaces entire truck fleet. ROI typically achieved within 3-4 years through operational efficiency. Hitachi EX8000-6, largest hydraulic excavator category. Hitachi's mining monster. Dimensions, 49 feet long, 33 feet tall with boom raised. Operating weight, 1.78 million pounds, 811 metric tons. Footprint larger than basketball court, yet operates with surgical precision. Power, 2 Cummins QSK60 engines, V16 configuration each. Combined output, 3,880 horsepower driving hydraulic systems, bucket capacity, 59 cubic yards, 45 cubic meters, single scoop lifts, 75 tons of material. Hydraulic system independent circuits, allows simultaneous multi-axis movement. Boom, stick, bucket, swing, all moving together smoothly. Cycle time, full 360-degree swing, dump, return, 30 seconds. Productivity, loads 300-ton truck in 4-5 passes, under 3 minutes total. Compared to smaller excavators, would take 15-20 minutes for same task. Crawler tracks, each 10 feet wide. Spreads massive weight. Ground pressure relatively low. Operates on prepared surfaces without sinking. Operator cab, fully enclosed. Climate controlled. Soundproofed. Bulletproof glass. Advanced digital controls. Multiple camera angles. Operating locations, Canadian oil sands, Chilean copper mines, Australian coal operations. 1 unit specially modified, corrosion-resistant hydraulics for lithium mine operation. Modification now industry standard for similar applications. Bucyrus 495HR. Electric rope shovel. Mining industry icon. Bucyrus 495HR doesn't just move dirt, moves mountains. Specifications: 50 feet tall at boom, nearly 100 feet total length. Operating weight, 2.88 million pounds, 1,270 metric tons. Power source, high voltage electrical cables, not diesel engine. Electric motors generate power for hoisting, swinging, digging systems. Bucket capacity, 120 short tons per scoop, 90 metric tons. Volume, 157 cubic yards, 120 cubic meters. Boom reach, over 100 feet. 30 plus meters from pivot point. Operating like mobile tower, slowly consuming earth. Crawler tracks, wide enough to support freight locomotive weight. Mobility limited, takes days to reposition around mine site. But positioned correctly, operates continuously for months. Komatsu P&H 4800 XPC, largest electric rope shovel Komatsu ever produced. Engineering pushed to absolute limits. Boom raised over 100 feet tall, 30 plus meters. Width, nearly 65 feet, 20 meters across. Total weight, 3+ million pounds. 1,400 metric tons. From distance, looks like moving industrial plant. Power, entirely electric. Grid-connected cables. Total output, nearly 10,000 horsepower. Bucket capacity, 135 short tons. 122 metric tons per scoop. Volume, enough to fill 6-story building with dirt instantly. Crawler tracks, industrial scale. Advanced shock absorption. Protects structure during thousands of daily digging cycles. Integrated suspension plus rotating base maintains perfect balance. Design, hybrid between crane and mobile refinery, operator cab, high above ground. Bagger 288, German engineering masterpiece, bucket wheel excavator, mobile mining city, dimensions 705 feet long, 315 feet tall, 151 feet wide, operating weight 13,500 metric tons, cutting wheel 70 feet diameter, 18 buckets attached, each bucket 6.6 cubic meters capacity. Wheel rotates continuously, digs 240,000 cubic meters daily, that's 8.5 million cubic feet of earth per day. Power, entirely electric. 16,500 horsepower total. Movement, crawler tracks. 12 separate undercarriages. Speed, 0.6 km/h. Takes days to reposition. But positioned correctly, operates for months without moving. Crew requirements, 5 operators per shift. 24/7 operation. Internal spaces, technical rooms. Maintenance corridors, equipment stations, more like moving facility than single machine. Applications, lignite coal mining, Germany's energy needs. Primary location, Humbach open pit mine, North Rhine-Westphalia. Output directly powers, regional electricity generation. Cultural impact, featured in documentaries. Museum exhibitions, even nighttime light shows, became symbol of industrial capability. Bagger 293, officially recognized, largest terrestrial mobile machine ever built. Nothing comes close. Built, 1995. Germany, Krupp collaboration with Siemens. Specifications stagger imagination. Length, 738 feet, 225 meters. Height, 315 feet, 96 meters. Width, 151 feet. 46 meters. Weight, 31 million pounds. 14,200 metric tons. Repositioning inside mine takes several days. Bucket wheel diameter, 70 plus feet. 18 buckets. Each bucket, 8.6 cubic yards. 6.6 cubic meters. Daily extraction capacity, 8.5 million cubic feet. 240,000 cubic meters. Power, entirely electric. On-site high voltage systems. Total output, 16,500 horsepower distributed across multiple motors. Movement, tracked undercarriage system. Specialized steering mechanisms. Glides across mine floor despite massive weight. Internal structure. Technical rooms. Maintenance corridors. Equipment stations. Operators work inside what feels like industrial facility. Elevated cockpit. Panoramic views. Digital command systems. Manages excavation process. Coordinates conveyor systems, monitors everything. Operating location, Hambach open pit mine. Germany. Mission, extract lignite coal. Power nearby plants. Output role, directly powers entire regions. Cultural significance, icon featured in documentaries, exhibitions, art performances. Nighttime light shows transform machine into spectacle. This machine represents summit of industrial scale. Nothing on land moves more material. Nothing even close. You've witnessed machines that redefine limits. From ultra-class haul trucks to bucket wheel excavators larger than buildings. These giants operate in shadows. Remote mines. Underground, far from civilization. But impact felt everywhere, powering nations, fueling industries, reshaping Earth itself. Which machine impressed you most? Could you imagine operating one? Drop thoughts in comments below. If you loved this deep dive into industrial giants, smash that like button. Subscribe for more incredible machines conquering extremes. Turn on notifications. Next week, even more engineering marvels. Thanks for watching. See you in next one.